Hi guys, it's Mark Kennedy, and today we're going to be talking about PPC keyword research and ad copy. So again, we talked in the last video about how to set up your keywords in Excel, and for this particular example, I'm going to use the kitchen remodeler keywords. So we have it broken down. So this is the tab on our spreadsheet, all of our kitchen remodeler keywords, price, cost, estimates. Now the next step is to write some ads to go with them. I typically like people to write more than one ad so you can A/B test, have some extra variations, and see what works and don't work. So just don't write one particular ad and put it in there. I always say at least have two ads running, maybe three. Don't have five or six. You can always introduce new ads later to test different things and let the data decide. But it's nice to have a couple of different variations so you can have things that know you work. If for some reason an ad's not working well, how would you know if unless you had something to compare it to? So when you write an ad, so let's talk about ad copy for a minute. In the top line of the ad, you're going to get 25 characters, including spaces, and that's the blue line you'll see in a pay-per-click ad when you see it live on Google. In the next two lines, you're going to get 35 characters, including spaces as well. So what we did here is we just set this up in Excel to tell us how many characters. It's a len function if you wanted to see it just right there. But you can set up how many characters you want. It'll tell you how many characters you have for each line, so I can know if I have room to expand or if it's too long before I load it. So the whole goal of an ad is to, when people search your keywords, is to give them something, a reason to click through to your site. Now you have to be careful. You don't want to give them a bad reason to click through your site, so you just don't want to write anything like giving away free this or that just to get them to click, because that's not the goal here. The goal, again, is always quality over quantity. So we want to write an ad that gives them a reason to click through, but a little bit of a pre-qualification as well. So perfect example here is the keyword we're going for is kitchen remodeler. So someone's searching this, and in their mind they're looking for a kitchen remodeler. So we want to make sure that's in the title of our ad, kitchen remodeler. Then under here is where we put our calls to actions or our strengths or our features or benefits. So for this particular ad, we're saying, hey, we've been doing this for 40 years and we're licensed and insured. Okay, and then in this particular ad, we're hitting more about the budget pain point. Hey, we can fit your budget. So we're testing two ads, but it might make sense for you to actually have a list of your calls to action, your features, free consultation, no charge unless we win, or we'll come to you, or 10% off this month, or whatever those calls to action. Make a list of those because they're the features you're going to want to work into the ads. Once you have a good idea of your calls to action, then you can start writing some ads and making them fit. Now, it's always a challenge to get so much. You always want to say so much, but you'll have so little room. And again, you have a landing page to do more of the selling. So this is just a, hey, come into my store kind of thing. So write some ads, use some different variations, use some different calls to action, and then come up with something like this on the kitchen remodel, in this particular example, on the kitchen remodeler tab. Then when you go to, let's say, your kitchen contractor tab where you have all kitchen contracting keywords, it's the same formula, but we're just changing the word remodeler to contractor. So you're still using the same calls to action and the same copy, but this particular person typed in kitchen contractor, not remodeler, so we want to kind of fit him a little bit more, so that's where we would just change the word to kitchen contractors. So experiment, test. You're always going to want to test new ads and everything, but I would say come up with 3 or 4 to start with. Maybe start with 2 in the actual campaign and have 2 in your back pocket. But again, make sure those ads have the things you want you're going to entice people to get to your store, and then we can touch more on a landing page once they get there. But writing ad copy is more of an art than keyword research is a science, but they do marry and they do go hand in hand, so make sure they match up and then map this out again in Excel so you have it at the ready.